are back with comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So we are back at the start of another beautiful week here on planet Earth, or as I like to call it, home. There's nowhere else to fucking go. This is it. Everyone hates it here, but there's literally nowhere else to go. And even if there was somewhere to go, it's going to be infinitely fucking more shit than here. What, you think you're going to get to Mars and go, thank God. At last, somewhere I can fucking enjoy just staring at a red rock. Do you want to know what Mars is going to be like? Just go to the center of Australia in a fucking spacesuit. Just walk around there. That's Mars. You think you're going to have fun on Jupiter? They've got fucking 47 moons or some bullshit. You won't know whether it's fucking day or night. You won't even know what fucking moon you're looking at. You get confused by the fucking Earth moon. You're like, why is it so big sometimes? And why is it so little? Imagine Jupiter. There's fucking 60 of the cunts. And fucking no air to breathe. That's an important one as well. Before you even look up at the moon, you'll be dead. You want to go to Pluto? You think there's fucking beaches and fucking cocktails on Pluto? Do you know how far away Pluto is? And you drive your fucking car to 7-Eleven to get darts, and it's a fucking 100-meter walk. It's less than a minute walk, and you drive your fucking car. And you manage to squeeze a full dart in on the way back. I mean, this is all we've got, people. We've got planet Earth, and then maybe some different dimensions, actually. Other dimensions could be cool. Yeah, I'm on board with that. Is that what you're talking about? Is that what you're thinking about when you're thinking about getting away from Earth? Other dimensions. All right, I'm on board. What are you thinking? Like cartoon dimensions? Dimensions where you're just in perfect bliss all the time. No need to sleep, no need to eat, no need to breathe. You just live off bliss. It's really only limited by your imagination. There's a little thing called infinity. And no matter what your puny little mind can imagine, it already exists out there somewhere. We're just temporarily here to have a little fucking look around, all right? Don't take it too seriously. It is a challenging little fucking place to be, I will admit. But try and enjoy it a little bit. Enjoy yourself, send out some good vibes. Radiate good vibes, then other people will pick up the good vibes. And then you don't have to fucking think about moving to Mars. Anyway, I was going to talk about how I stole the basket from the supermarket today because they've discontinued plastic bags, so I just took the whole fucking basket home. And now it's my recycles basket. Fuck you, Woolworths. Every time they try and fix the plastic bag problem, it gets worse for them. They got rid of the single-use plastic bags for the reusable ones. People just fucking use the reusable ones like the single fucking serves. Now they've got rid of the reusable ones and they're back to paper bags. Cunts are just taking the whole fucking basket. I'm going to have a stack of them up to my roof. Anyway, I'm not going into depth on that one. Let's just get to this week's fucking Ask Boyle. It's Ask Boyle time. So if you have a question you would like answered by one of the greatest minds of the generation, comedian, philosopher, crane operator, Le Boyle, then head to my website. It's boylecomedy.com. There's a section there for Ask Boyles, and I just got a message today from Kevo, my fucking website guy. He said the drunk dial is fixed, so you can go there and leave a voicemail question, and it will get through. So can someone fucking leave one so I know it works? The very next person to drunk dial in, I'll play it next week. So yeah, go to the website, fucking send in a question. Also, sign up for the Patreon. The next Patreon potty will be out today. It's actually just processing in the background as we speak. It's taken over 2 hours to upload. It's a 12-minute banger. I don't know if it's a banger, but it's a 12-minute fucking video podcast. So get on it. Anyway, let's fucking move to this week's Ask Boyle. So this week's Ask Boyle was sent in by my man fucking Jared out there in the USA. This is Jared's question. I remember you mentioning that hill you were in India. That hill, by that hill he means the Himalayas. You know that fucking hill you were in India? Yeah, he means the fucking Himalayan ranges. So that hill you were on in India, that once you mentioned that you were married to an Indian woman, you won over the Indian folks in the crowd. So I did a comedy show in the Himalayas last year. Oh no, it was the start of the year before. So that's what he's talking about. That hill is basically Mount Everest and K2. And the people in the crowd are the comedy fucking cunts. So this is basically his question. I am a server in an Italian restaurant and Indian people, brackets, often are horrible tippers. I was wondering if I lied to them and said I was married to an Indian woman, do you think they would give me more money? If so, what sorts of things could I say about her to make my lie more convincing? Well, Jared, you have come to the right place. So you think Indian tippers are bad in the fucking US? You should see them in fucking India. They'll walk over a homeless family of fucking 14 to get into a chauffeur-driven fucking car. And I'm one of them, to be fair. They're not fucking huge tippers in India. Especially the rich cunts, they're fucking so tight. Poor people in India are more giving than the fucking rich. But let's see if we can help you out with the problem. For starters, it's probably not going to work in a restaurant setting where you're the waiter. The Indian fucking guests will be like, why did one of our people marry this fucking hobo? He's waiting tables. He stole one of our daughters and he's a fucking bum. I don't think you're a bum, dude. I fucking waited tables at a Sri Lankan restaurant. I'm going to say it was when I was very young, but it was like a few years ago. It wasn't actually that long ago. Yeah, and they are not good tippers either. They'll just look at you in spite and they'll give you less tips if you say something like that. What you need to do is you need to appeal to their vanity, especially the dudes. There's nothing an Indian man wants more than for you to think he is wealthy. That's why they build these fucking McMansions in the middle of nowhere. They get debted up, they buy a BMW, they live way beyond their means. So you, the general public, and especially their friends, think they have money. And a lot of them do, but they basically all have about the same amount. And in Indian culture, they don't like to lose face, especially in front of people. If they feel like they are like being embarrassed or something, they'll react. So what I would do to get extra tips is I would pretend that I thought they were poor. Like when they come to your table, just pretend you don't know much about India. You just like, oh, how did you get over here? Did you come on a boat? Because Indians are very, very poor, aren't they? Are you okay? Just give them like free stuff like, oh, do you know what milk is? No, you're going to have to pretend you think they're like very, very poor. That's the only way to do it. That will make them show off how much money they think they've got. So when they're ordering on the menu, just say something like, oh, are you sure? Because that's very expensive. If it's like $12, say, oh, that's very expensive. Are you sure you're going to have enough money for that? And they'll look at you like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then you just be like, oh, Indians, it's a very poor country, isn't it? You guys are very poor. And then they'll be like, what the fuck? I got more money than you. You're a waiter. I'll show you how much fucking money I have. And then they'll order up a storm. And then maybe, just maybe, it's like a 50-50. They'll give you a little bit more of a tip. The only thing that can override an Indian's tight-assedness is vanity. So if you can figure out ways to inadvertently call them poor, it will give them reason to show off their wealth. That's how I would do it. They're very insecure about their wealth. So if you can somehow manage to get them to show off, that's the way to do it. I want a percentage of your fucking tips, by the way, from Indian customers. Anyway, Jared, let me know how it fucking goes. Thanks for sending in the question. That'll do for today. If you're enjoying the pod, share it around, and I will see you the fuck later.